Well, here we are. Here we are again. New Middle East, new emperor of the world, a new emperor of America, certainly, in shape of Donald Trump, which is interesting for us all, isn't it? What does it mean for the world today? I mean, what does it mean for Gaza? He's come along because it's an anti-establishment vote again, just like Brexit, just like Marine Le Pen, just like Nigel Farage, all those people. Yeah, and you should be grateful. If you are a mainstream part of the liberal elite, you should be grateful for the election of Donald Trump because what's the alternative? It's the barrel of a gun, isn't it? It is, because that's steam off the pressure cooker. It gives people a way to express their frustration with you, the liberal elite, who have been running them into the ground. Wealth gap is immense. And so we need to think again, really, about things, because we're not running the world properly. And they know it. People know it. So anyway, we've got Donald Trump. There you go. That's the answer. It's just like I don't like too many controls about social media, because you put the lid on the pressure cooker, you know. What does Donald Trump mean for Gaza? For Gaza, well, he's been seducing the Arab Americans up in Dearborn, Michigan, where my American grandfather once lived, my Cornish American grandfather. So what does this mean? He's told them that he will fix it. I'll fix it, he said. He'll fix it. He'll fix it right quickly. I mean, Trump will not mess around, but right quickly come January 2nd. So we have more misery between now and then, more suffering between now and then, more sadness between now and then, as this unhappy situation in Gaza continues. You appreciate that. As January the 2nd, the emperor gets crowned. Gaza will be sorted, and interestingly enough, he said he'll fix Syria too, and by which he means he'll bring Syria back into the international community, and he will. I mean, Syria's Russia's ally, isn't it? And he's going to sort Ukraine his way. Well, at least it'll be fewer people dying. Boy, poor Ukraine. He's going to sort Ukraine. He's going to sort Gaza. He's going to sort Syria, which is a footnote, but a major footnote. Iran and Lebanon could go burn, can't they, as far as he's concerned? They haven't come up on his radar. Well, Iran has, but as a pariah. Lebanon, he hasn't noticed, really. That may change. But he's besotted with Mohammed bin Salman, the ruler of Saudi Arabia. So Saudi will have a role, I think, ultimately in some sort of peace process. And Saudi Arabia, of course, has the Arab Peace Initiative at back, which is a Saudi thing. So that's on the table again. You know, he's very fond of Mohammed bin Salman. Trump hugs him. Doesn't shake his hands. He hugs him. They're buddies. So where are we going with this? The Gaza, of course, the future governance of Gaza, they've been sorting that out between the Israeli Druze general, who's been romping back and forth to meet Mohammed Dahlan, the ex-Palestinian tough guy from Gaza, who lives now in the United Arab Emirates, the UAE. So the Israelis and the Dahlan faction have been negotiating. And the Palestinians have been forced to come on board. Abu Mazen, who's a tame nothing, the ruler of, titular, ostensible ruler of Palestine, is dictator of Palestine, because there was no election in 2023 for the presidential post, because Abu Mazen dodged it because he wouldn't have been elected. Abu Mazen has had to agree to Dahlan's plans. The government of technocrats, that is, for Gaza, under Dahlan's hand. And we back that, actually, to be honest. It's the only alternative. Well, there's one alternative, which is the release of Marwan Barghouti. The Israelis are reluctant to use him as dictator of Gaza because he'd be too feisty. They know they can't run Gaza themselves, the losses, even though the Israeli public would like it. So that's that. Trump will oversee all of this. All of this. What we want from him is for him to snuggle up to his buddy Mohammed bin Salman and to do the right thing, to get... I mean, it's a big cherry on the pie for Netanyahu if Saudi Arabia recognizes Israel. And that could happen if there was a Saudi brokered peace process. And it wouldn't have to give everything. It would just have to be a genuine starting of a peace process, a new Madrid brokered by Saudi Arabia, and that's what we're very much backing. I'm very much backing. I hope you're backing. We need a two-state solution. You can't have a one-state solution to the Palestine issue, not unless you want an apartheid Israel, and that was not good for the soul of Israel. And we care about the soul of Israel. We also care about the dead. It's around Remembrance Sunday now. In Europe, we have a Remembrance Sunday in Europe, and 11th of November. This will go out, 11th, 12th of November, I don't know, 11th of November, something like that. 10th of November is Remembrance Sunday. 11th of November is Remembrance Day in Europe for the Second World War and First World War and all that kind of thing. And we should remember the dead of all wars. We should remember the Israeli dead on October the 7th. We should remember the countless Palestinian dead since then. Countless. And the dead of the Falklands, the dead of the Korean War, the dead of every war. It's a better world because there are fewer wars. You don't think so? Look at the 20th century. Look what your parents and grandparents lived through. War on war on war. Vietnam. I was brought up in the era of Vietnam. My cousin fought there, destroyed him. In the Marines. Well, it didn't destroy him. He's a great guy now, but it destroyed him for a while. Gordon Bennett. War is a terrible thing. I've never fought in one, but I've seen enough of them. So God have mercy. Donald Trump is back. And be grateful. He doesn't like American adventures overseas, so it'll be a less violent world for 4 years. Be grateful. The man is a bigot. His attitude to women is atrocious. His behavior, his self-belief is incomprehensible. But it'll be a more peaceful world. Fewer people will die. So perhaps it's for the best. So grit your teeth and smile. You have a new emperor in America. Pax Americanus. America is powerful. Again. God bless you.